TikTok follower Twana says, I have IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, and obesity. Well, Twana, in this video, I'm going to show you a way that many people are resolving both without any medications or pills or injections or treatments. Check this out. Why does everybody have stomach problems? 1 out of 5 American adults has irritable bowel syndrome. Some of the symptoms might include constipation, diarrhea, cramping, abdominal pain, or gas and bloating. The other problem is the strong correlation between irritable bowel syndrome and mental health problems like anxiety and depression. There's a nerve called the vagus nerve that connects brain number 1 with brain number 2. All of this could have been avoided if we just listened to Dr. Dennis Burkitt. 50 years ago, Burkitt had something called Burkitt's hypothesis. 50 years ago, this guy made a prediction, and he said, if we continue to remove fiber from the modern diet, we're going to have a colon cancer epidemic, an irritable bowel syndrome epidemic, an obesity epidemic, an insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes epidemic. There are huge consequences to removing fiber. Every single carbohydrate in nature always comes packaged in fiber. Around every single grain of rice is something called the bran. That's the fiber. We remove the fiber, and we only eat the white part. Food makers will take a natural product like wheat, they'll remove all the fiber so that they can make products like this. Seriously guys, there's not a single carbohydrate in nature that doesn't come packaged in fiber. If you remove the fiber, you're left with pure sugar. Matter of fact, even sugar itself in nature always comes packaged in fiber. There's a New York Times bestselling book called Fiber Fueled. And in the book Fiber Fueled, and now in a bunch of other studies, people have found that Dr. Dennis Burkitt 50 years ago was spot on with his hypothesis. But here's the good news. If the removal of dietary fiber is what got us sick, perhaps bringing the fiber back can make us unsick. When we eat dietary fiber, the bacteria in our gut will ferment the fiber and produce something called short-chain fatty acids. These short-chain fatty acids are like magical healing fairies. They can help with appetite, insulin sensitivity, weight control, mental health. They do it all. But when we're not getting fiber, we don't get any short-chain fatty acids, and we start to suffer in all these different categories. Now, one of the problems for people that have irritable bowel syndrome is even though fiber might be the key to fixing their gut and reversing some of the symptoms that they have, they're very, very sensitive to fiber. And so if when you eat fiber, you get gas, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, if you have a violent reaction to the fiber, chances are good you have a very, very damaged gut. All the experts that have studied on this say start slowly and gradually scale up. Find some sources of fiber that you tolerate well, gradually scale up, and slowly you can heal the gut with fiber. Now, I just want to say that I am not your medical doctor. In fact, I'm not a doctor at all. I just am sharing with you what's helped me and thousands of other people. So if your doctor has advised you not to have any fiber under any circumstances, no matter what, then you should listen to your doctor.